hydrology and water resources. So it is very important part of the hydrology. So let's start with the water cycle. The water cycle. So water never leaves the earth. It is constantly being cycled through the atmosphere, ocean, and the land. This process, known as water cycle, is driven by energy from the sun. The water cycle is crucial to the existence of life on our planet. So water cycle, it is said that water cycle has no end or no beginning. Let's see what is the cycle, how this water cycle or hydrological cycle looks. So this is the schematic representation of the water cycle. It is also called it as the hydrological cycle. So what it shows? It shows the occurrence of the water, distribution of the water, its flow over the earth's surface. That is the hydrological cycle. So hydrological cycle deals with the flow, occurrence of the water, occurrence of the precipitation, flow of the water on the ground surface, is its infiltration. So there are various components of the hydrological cycle. So let's see how the precipitation occur and what do you mean by evaporation and all this. So evaporation during the part of the water cycle, liquid water and changes it to the gas by the process of evaporation. So evaporation is one of the component of the hydrological cycle. So there will be the transpiration also. These are the, if you see the hydrological cycle consists of the precipitation, then runoff, then flood discharge, then transpiration, runoff, evaporation, condensation, and again precipitation. So this is the continuous process of the hydrological cycle. It is a continuous process. Okay, and it's have the no end or no beginning. You have to assume some initial point while studying the hydrological cycle. You have to find out the, or you have to take the any initial points as a, any point as a initial point. Just you have to assume it. Either you can take the precipitation or you can take the evaporation, runoff, transpiration as an initial point, and you have to study the hydrological cycle in the details. The process, what do you mean in transpiration? The process of evaporation from plants is called it as the transpiration. In other words, it is like the plant sweating. So while when the sun is there, that due to sunlight, that trees allowed to get the vaporized from water vapors, and that will accumulate it in the uh, cloud in the form of transpiration. So transpiration is one of the process of the evaporation. Then condensation, that precipitation is occur due to the condensation of the cloud. So how this condensation takes place? What do you mean by condensation? As water in the form of gas rises higher in the atmosphere, you know that water is get evaporated due to sun or due to heat, and due to sunlight it will evaporated. As water is evaporated, and it will go up and up in the atmosphere, and it will condense at some level where the temperature is very low. At very low temperature it will get condensed. This is written here as water in the form of gas rises higher in the atmosphere. It start to cool and become the liquid again. This process is called it as condensation. When the large amount of water vapor condenses, it results in the formation of the cloud. So cloud and condensation, these are the important parts of the hydrological cycle. There is a cloud, there will be the precipitation. There are three different types of the precipitation. Types of the precipitation is different, and the forms of the precipitation is different. So condensation, it is an important process of the hydrological cycle, in which that vapors, water vapors, are converted into like clouds, and then clouds, due to atmospheric action and natural agency, it will convert it into the precipitation, either in the form of rainfall or in the form of hail, steel, snow, whatever kind of the precipitation will be occur. But the condensation, it is the initial process that will convert the gas or vapors into the solid form. When the large amount of water vapor condenses, it results in the formation of the cloud. Okay. So when the water in the cloud get too heavy, the water falls back to the earth and it will form the precipitation. Precipitation will be there, and then runoff, the next part of the hydrological cycle, that is runoff. When rain falls on the land, some of the water is absorbed into the ground, forming pockets of the water called groundwater. The most groundwater eventually turns to the ocean. Other precipitation runs directly into the stream or rivers. Water that collect in rivers, stream, and ocean, it is called it as runoff. Runoff, what you are getting from the runoff, when there will be the precipitation, you will observe that that precipitation will flow over the surface, and the runoff, the flow of the water on the earth's surface, that you can call it as the runoff. So this is the hydrological cycle: cloud, evaporation, and waterfall. So this is complete, gives you the concept of the hydrological cycle. So this is that. Thank you from my side.